Campbell's Comments. We are here in Eagle Hawk, catching up with Damon Hocking. Firstly, exactly what are we? Where am I?
We're at the Bendigo BMX track club in Bendigo, Victoria, or Eagle Hawk, here for the Victorian State Champs 2022.
This is a massive event. I come past here, a lot of people come past it. It's near the tip in Bendigo, and it's pretty much a vacant block. The BMX track's been getting bigger and bigger, but they come past today, they get the shock of their life.
Yeah, there's people here from interstate as well as Victoria. So it's pulled a good number here, and it's good to see after COVID, I guess, after not having much happen. So it's good to see, I guess.
How many competitors, how many people will be here today?
I believe there was, or today, but the event in total, I think there's over 650 riders, and then there'll be thousands of people plus spectators, so with parents and spectators and stuff like that. So, yeah.
And lots of other, like paraphernalia being sold from clubs. A lot of clubs being represented with their marquees on the site. It's a huge sport, individual sport. A little bit like what I do a lot of, horse riding and horse racing, individual but massive team sport as well.
Yeah, well, the clubs get together. It's sort of like a family, I suppose, and that's where it's all about. Like, everyone helps each other. You know, you have your factory teams, and then the clubs also, like you said, around the track have their clubs everywhere. But no, it's a good sport. Individual, but you don't feel like it sometimes.
How old are you, mate?
I'm 20.
How long have you been doing it?
Oh, I've always ridden my bike as a young one, but I started racing when I was 13, 14 years old, so quite late actually. Usually most of my competitors, race when they're 8 years old, as soon as they can get into it. But I couldn't find the sport until later on, but I'm glad I did. It's the best thing that's ever happened.
So what drew you to it? What is it that makes BMX riding so much better than, like playing football with your mates?
I think, footy's good, but it's more like you're relying on the team as well. Here, I guess, it's individual, so the pressure's on you. But like I said, it's just something about BMX that, it's just something about it that wants you to keep coming back. Family, friends, traveling's really good. The higher you go, the more travelling you get. And yeah, just give back, and it's just good sport.
We'll get onto that in a minute, but just while you're talking about finding it and that, how did you find it? Like, how do people find it if they are sitting there and they're saying, oh, that might interest me?
Oh, well, I found out through just a local friend in town, actually, and I rode just around town with them at the skate park and stuff like that, and then his old man he brought me to the track one night, and I used the club stuff, helmet and everything to help me out, and sort of did that for first, and then it wasn't too long before, got fully into it. Dad and Mum were supportive about it, and just all over it after that, I guess. That's
pretty cool. So your family's not like, there's no family tie or nothing like that. It's more through a friend, and it's just grown from that. Yeah,
not to BMX. My dad rode road bike when he was younger, but nothing BMX related. No, just found out through a friend from town. So yeah.
So I asked you before we started this, like, how good are you? Because I'll blatantly obvious. I got no idea at all. I've been standing there watching, and I know it's fair income. And when the senior guys get out there, it is fair income riding in that. But at the minute, you're hopefully because this is for the Victorian state title, so you're in contention today.
Yeah, I believe I'm riding good enough to win. The field isn't as big as it sometimes can be, but every rider here is no slouch. But yeah, I ride here a lot. Even before the track changes, but yeah, I really want to win. It's been a goal of mine for many years now, so I hopefully can tick it off today. Hard work is paying off, and yeah,
you're a bit of a chance.
I don't want to. I want to stay quite humble, but it'll be nice to come away with a really good result before I go to America later in the year.
I won't put this up until afterwards. I hope so for you. You win here, does that take you to Australian titles? Is that how it works, or is that like something that'll happen down, like you said, you're going to America next year, so is it this year, sorry, is that something that might happen next year?
Well, I'm missing out on the Aussie Champs this year to go to America. They're over in Tasmania, Launceston. But yeah, my goal would be to do well there, but this is just for the Victorian State Champs, so I mean, you have to qualify so many to go, so I guess I would be qualifying, but I'm off to America.
So what's in America?
The Grands, they call it. It's probably the biggest race of the year. Like, it's the caliber of riders that get there from all over the world is mega. Yep. So it's my first time going over there. So looking forward to it.
Do you get sponsored to go over there?
It's self-funded, and sponsors help you. Like, I have a bunch of sponsors on my shirt. And they all support me very well. And yeah, but it's self-funded. You can get sponsorship to help you, but yeah, it's tough. Like it's not like motor racing or football or stuff like that where the money's just chucking at you.
Is that one of the challenges for a young man? Like you said, you're 20, so you got to try and earn a living, buy a house, get a girlfriend, settle down, and at the end of the day, you want to put everything back into your BMX riding.
Well, I sacrifice a lot of my, I guess what we should call it, teenage life, young adult life for this. I really want to take it to the next level. Like I said, I want to go to Olympic Games and travel and do this. So there's a lot of sacrifice, but I believe it's all going to be worth it.
What I've seen on it, like you watch the Olympic Games, but I mean, I'm a sports nut, and you watch it on Fox Sports, and that it's huge, especially overseas, Norway's and those places, just massive, isn't it?
Yeah, no, overseas, Europe is big, America's big, and then you get all like the little countries just have to go there, I guess. We had World Cups here, which are Olympic qualifying races, and like the best of the best racing, other than the World Championships, I guess, here in Australia in 2020, but then COVID hit and then sort of didn't come back, but yeah, my goal, like I said, is to go overseas next year and race some of those World Cups and try to get my name in there for Olympics next selection.
That's got to be exciting, the fact that you can go to the Olympics. I mean, it must be a driving force for you to continue on.
Yeah, that's a lot of the motivation and just big goals, but, what's the point of life if you're just here for nothing, like you want to give it your all. So that's my ambitions, yeah, and that's why I give back to the sport a lot, to try and encourage the kids to do the same thing.
I think it's great, and I saw you before. There was a little tacker there, and we've got a crowd of people here. Where'd they all come from? But anyway, you got you had a couple of little kids and that. You said you do a bit of coaching here in Bendigo, but you also do coaching in Sunbury and that. So that's got to be key. Do you get paid for that, or is that just something you do normally?
I get paid for it, but I've always before I had to get all accreditations to do that, and pay for courses and stuff, and keep up to date with my first aid, blah blah blah, But no, yeah, I get paid for it, but to me, honestly, it's a lot more than the money. It's good that I can do something and get money for it that I love doing, but I'd do it for free if I could, but I love it.
What happens down the road? Do you get into the mountain biking, or you go road racing, or can you see yourself just sticking to the BMX riding?
The main discipline's BMX race. I do muck around a bit on the mountain bike and the skate park bike a bit, and then I also have a road bike that I sort of get out and just have a ride when the head's a bit mumbled up and I just want to clear my head and keep off the BMX for a bit. But the main goal, yeah, is to pursue this fully.
Do you enjoy it?
I love it, mate. Love it.
You can tell, and I asked that question because I knew that would happen. You get a smile, and I think that's one of the great things. And we've got the little guys coming in behind. I don't know how much longer until you got a ride, but I love it. I love the fact there's so many kids. There's boys, there's girls. They all compete, and the girls compete against each other, which is just great. It seems a very inclusive sport. I'm sure there's competitive, especially when you get to where you are, but it just seems like it's a lot of fun.
Nah, very competitive, a lot of fun. If you're from Bendigo or anywhere around, if you're seeing this, hit up your local club, get out on it, enjoy it, and yeah, you'll love it. We won't look back, I guess. It's amazing. Just
quickly, you have the come and try days?
Yeah, the come and try days are advertised. Depends on the club advertising, but majority of the time they will advertise around, and if you're looking for it, you'll see it. Probably should be a little bit more advertising, but if you definitely see this, come down to Bendigo or wherever you're from, have a try. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but I guarantee you will like it, and it's fun. It's good fun, so have a go.
Damon, thank you very much, mate. Well done. Thanks for giving me a bit of time and being nice to me too, because I've got no idea what I'm talking about. I do actually ride bikes, so I'm not going that bad, but well done, and I think this is great, and I think it's a great sport, and you get it out there, you need to get more promotion on it, mate. So, and good luck later on, hopefully I haven't mozzed you. I won't be putting this up until afterwards, so hopefully I haven't mozzed you, mate.
Thank you again for the opportunity to be on camera.